Sorry to interrupt you, but we're going live now to the UN
Brunei,
Security Council. Let's listen.
Bulgaria, Cabo Verde, Canada, Central African Republic, Chad, Chile, Comoros, Costa Rica, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Djibouti, Dominica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, Estonia, Eswatini, Ethiopia, Fiji, Finland, Gabon, Gambia, Georgia, Germany, Ghana, Grenada, Guatemala, Guyana, Haiti, Honduras, Hungary, Iceland, India, the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Jamaica, Japan, Jordan, Kenya, Kiribati, Kuwait, Lebanon, Lesotho, Libya, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malaysia, Maldives, Malta, Marshall Islands, Mauritania, the Federated States of Micronesia, Monaco, Montenegro, Morocco, Myanmar, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, New Zealand, North Macedonia, Norway, Oman, Palau, Papua New Guinea, Paraguay, Peru, Poland, Portugal, Qatar, the Republic of Korea, the Republic of Moldova, Romania, Rwanda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines, San Marino, Sao Tome and Principe, Saudi Arabia, Senegal, Serbia, Sierra Leone, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, South Sudan, Spain, Sudan, Suriname, Sweden, the Syrian Arab Republic, Timor-Leste, Togo, Tonga, Trinidad and Tobago, Tunisia, Tuvalu, Uganda, Ukraine, the UAE, Tanzania, Uruguay, Uzbekistan, Vanuatu, Yemen, and Zambia to participate in this meeting. It is so decided. The Security Council will now begin its consideration of item 2 of the agenda. The members of the Council have before them documents S-2026155 and S-2026159, each of which contains the text of a separate draft resolution. The Council is ready to proceed to the vote on the first draft resolution before it. Document S-2026155. I now give the floor to those members of the Council who wish to make statements before the vote. I give the floor to the representative of Bahrain.
شكرا السيد الرئيس. في البداية تود مملكة البحرين بالنيابة عن دول مجلس التعاون لدول الخليج العربية وهي دولة
the countries of the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council, namely Qatar, Bahrain, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and my country, Bahrain, and Jordan, allow me to convey to you our warm gratitude for convening this important meeting. We also wish to thank the other members of the Council for their interest in this draft resolution that we are today considering. We are deeply grateful to all UN member states that co-sponsored this draft resolution. 135 countries co-sponsored this resolution, in fact. That bears witness to a collective conscience of just how dangerous the attacks staged by Iran are, that is, attacks waged against Bahrain and other countries of the GCC, as well as the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan over the last 12 days. President, our region in recent years has borne witness to several dangerous attacks. These have targeted civilian infrastructure, residential areas, and this is true for many countries of the region, including my own, Bahrain. There have been many victims, namely civilian ones. Civilian infrastructure has also been largely affected. These attacks constitute a dangerous escalation that threaten peace and stability and security in the region. These attacks undermine the very principles of international law. Mr. President, the draft resolution arises from our collective belief that we need to maintain international peace and security. It is anchored in the sacred principles of the United Nations Charter and aims to address the unjust attacks waged by Iran. The draft resolution calls upon us to put an end once and for all to military operations and to protect civilians and civilian infrastructure. It also calls upon all parties to uphold their commitments pursuant to international law and international humanitarian law. President, the region of the Gulf is an essential pillar for regional stability and global stability indeed, and for energy security and the security and safety of trade. These things were reaffirmed by the Security Council, namely through Resolution 525 of 2026. That resolution reaffirmed the crucial importance of our region and the need to guarantee the security of civilian infrastructure in our region. It is for this reason that protecting our region is not only a regional matter, it is rather a common international responsibility closely linked to the stability of the global economy and to the security of supply chains internationally. The draft resolution that we have before us today reflects a position of principle, one which aims to protect the sovereignty of states, enforce international law, and combat escalation, and to respect civilians and guarantee peace and security in the region. We have seen a groundswell of Council support. That needs to be the case so that the Council can send out a clear message according to which the international community remains attached to the principles of the UN Charter. We need to call for the protection of countries and their territory. Thank you.
I thank the representative for his statement. I shall first put to the vote the draft resolution contained in document S/2026/155, submitted by the following countries: Albania, Algeria, Andorra, Antigua and Barbuda, Argentina, Australia, Austria, Bahamas, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belgium, Benin, Bhutan, Bolivia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Brunei, Bulgaria, Cabo Verde, Canada, Central African Republic, Chad, Chile, Comoros, Costa Rica, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Denmark, Djibouti, Dominica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, Estonia, Eswatini, Ethiopia.
Well, while we are listening to the list of countries, I'm assuming, who are eligible to vote, although I'm not sure, let's bring in our correspondent Gabriel Elizondo, who's at the United Nations and can explain what it is we're actually seeing right now here, Gabe.
Yeah, that's right. This is the UN working at its most bureaucratic best, and you're watching it on live television here. Let me explain exactly what's going on. That's the U.S. ambassador to the UN. The U.S. holds a rotating presidency of the Security Council this month. He is reading a long list of countries. Why is he doing that? Because these are the 135 countries that have co-sponsored this UN security draft resolution by Bahrain, Bahrain, and the GCC countries. So the long list of countries that he's reading right now have basically co-sponsored the GCC Bahrain draft resolution. It's a formality, but he's got to list every single country. Does that mean every single country he's reading here is going to vote on it? Absolutely not. This is only going to be a vote of the Security Council, the 15 members. That vote should take place here in the next minute or so, as soon as he's done reading all these country names. And then it will go to this vote. After this vote, they will then open up the floor for more countries to speak about why they voted the way they did. And then they will most likely move to a Russian draft resolution on the same issue. Now, the GCC Bahrain resolution that they're going to be voting on here in a minute, it condemns Iran's attacks on GCC countries. Full stop. The Russian draft resolution condemns all attacks and calls for the protection of all civilians. That's the difference between the two. I'll be watching very closely what Russia has to do, how they're going to vote when this Bahrain GCC draft resolution comes to vote here in the next minute or so. And it looks like that's going to be taking place here very soon. Let's go back to it.
Contained in document S/2026/155, please raise their hand. Will those against the resolution please raise their hand? Will those who abstain please raise their hand? The result of the voting is as follows: 13 votes in favor, 0 votes against, 2 abstentions. The draft resolution has been adopted as Resolution 2817 in the year 2026. I will now give the floor to those members of the council who wish to make statements after the vote. I give the floor to the representative of Bahrain.
شكرا سيد الرئيس. لقد أكد
Thank you, Mr.
مجلس الأمن اليوم
President. The Security Council confirmed today, through the adoption of this resolution, that it has a clear stance to reject attacks against our countries. It proved that it's committed to maintaining international peace and security. The Kingdom of Bahrain, on behalf of the GCC countries, the UAE, the Sultanate of Oman, the State of Qatar, the State of Kuwait, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and my country, the Kingdom of Bahrain, in addition to the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, would like to express our deepest gratitude to the President of the Security Council, the United States of America, for promptly responding to convening this important session. We thank Council members that voted in favor to the draft resolution. We express our deepest gratitude to all member states of the United Nations that co-sponsored this resolution. Their number amounted to 135 countries. This overwhelming support by the international community reflects a collective awareness of the danger of the unjust Iranian attack against our countries. The Kingdom of Bahrain, the GCC, and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan over the past 12 days. Mr. President, the adoption of this resolution today sends a clear message, a united message from the Security Council, that missile attacks and drone attacks perpetrated by the Islamic Republic of Iran and that targeted a number of regional states, including the Kingdom of Bahrain, These actions are completely rejected and are flagrant violations of the Charter of the United Nations and international law and the principles of good neighborliness. Mr. President, our region over the past days has seen a series of unjust attacks that targeted civilian facilities, civilian infrastructure, and residential areas in a number of regional states. They led to casualties and injuries among innocent civilians. The adoption by the Council of this resolution today confirms that the international community is united in addressing and confronting these hostile acts. The stability and safety of the region is part and parcel of the security and peace architecture. This region is a lifeline for global economy and an important corridor for global trade and energy security. The Council, in the resolution that it adopted today and in previous resolutions, confirmed the vital importance of the Gulf for the stability of the global economy and the importance of maintaining the safety of navigation and critical infrastructure in this region. This is why ensuring the security of this region is not merely a regional matter, it is a common international responsibility that is closely linked to the stability of global economy and the energy security. Mr. President, the Kingdom of Bahrain and GCC countries and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan confirm once again our inherent right of self-defense, the right to take all necessary measures to protect its sovereignty and territorial integrity under Article 51 of the Charter and within international law. Mr. President, we express our appreciation to the Security Council for its stance. At this occasion, we would also like to express our tribute to the security personnel of Bahrain, all security and military personnel in the Kingdom of Bahrain that have proven the highest levels of professionalism and efficiency in defending the safety and territorial integrity of the Kingdom of Bahrain to the residents and nationals of Bahrain. We also express our appreciation to security and military forces in the GCC countries and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, and allied forces that are working with the highest level of preparedness and efficiency, and in a spirit of common responsibility and solidarity to protect the safety and security and stability of the region and to maintain and protect our peoples. Mr. President, the adoption of this resolution today reflects a clear position of the international community to resolutely address the threats to international peace and security. The adoption reflects that the Security Council is maintaining its responsibility, is fulfilling its responsibility to maintain international peace and security. The message is clear. The international community is resolute in rejecting these Iranian unjust hostile attacks that are targeting sovereign countries and that are threatening the stability of the peoples, especially in a region of strategic importance to global economy and energy security and the security of global trade. This has been confirmed in Resolution 552, which confirmed the importance of the Gulf for the stability and the safety of navigation. In conclusion, the Kingdom of Bahrain is committed to the principles and purposes of the United Nations Charter. We will continue to work with our regional partners and international partners to enhance stability and safety in the region and maintain the prosperity and peace in the region, despite the attempts of those that do not share with us this quest. I thank you, Mr. President.